In the city, where the sky burns with hustle, where gods now wear wigs, and destinies trade hands like downfall change. Some women chase glory, and some are chosen by it. But Ada Nwankwo, she didn't chase it, she wore it. This is Whispers of Uche, where every whisper is a window to the unseen. Ada was a tailor's apprentice by day and an Okrika seller by night. Her life was sown with poverty, but her heart beat with fierce pride. She lived with her daughter Kamsi and her husband Tochukwu, a man once full of promise, now full of complaints. They lived in a face me I face you compound off Commercial Avenue, Yaba. One rainy Thursday, a bale of thrift clothes mistakenly got dropped at her store. She didn't order it, no tag, no owner. Inside was a single plastic bag, wrapped tightly, tied like a secret. She untied it and found a red wig. Not just red, deep crimson rich, heavy, and glowing from within. She didn't plan to try it on, but something somewhere whispered her name. That night, as the rain fell, Ada wore the wig in front of her cracked mirror, and the mirror blinked before she did. The next morning, her phone beeped. She received a credit alert of 150,000 naira from a name she didn't recognize. She rushed to her store. Customers lined up, all asking for outfits she hadn't sewn. One of them took a photo of her, and by sunset, her photo was everywhere. Meet the stylist behind that viral Ashwebi Queen look. She hadn't sewn the dress, but she didn't deny it either. Overnight, Ada's following exploded. She started receiving calls from socialites, boutique owners, and reality stars. She began dressing people for TV shows, wedding, and red carpet events. Her husband Tochukwu became bitter. He accused her of sleeping her way up, but Ada no longer feared him. She had the wig. It gave her everything, but only when worn at night. Every night before bed, she wore the red wig, and every morning she woke up to another blessing. Until one night she forgot, and then came the first warning. That night, her daughter Kamsi began screaming in her sleep, screaming in a man's voice, in a language Ada didn't understand. She rushed to the child, only for the girl to look her in the eyes and say, "You broke it. If you break it one more time, then blood will answer." Ada panicked. She put the wig back on her head immediately, and Kamsi fell silent. The next morning, her neighbor, the same one who once mocked Ada's poverty, was found dead, burnt in a generator explosion. The generator was brand new, bought the same day Ada forgot the wig. That day, someone dropped a letter at her door, a wax seal, no address, just red ink. The crown fades, the crown gives, the crown remembers. Frightened, Ada visited a spiritual prophetess, hidden in the back streets of Moshi. She showed the woman the wig. The old woman covered her eyes. "You are wearing a crown from the river beneath memory, the river of borrowed time." She explained, the wig belonged to an ancient sisterhood, a cult of women who sold their fates in exchange for fame, power, and wealth. Each wig was a getaway. Every wearer became a servant. "You are not making money, Ada. Something is spending you. The only way out, return the crown before the 99th night, or someone you love will vanish permanently." But Ada wasn't ready to let go. She was now dressing a presidential candidate's wife. She was planning to launch her own line, and she ignored the warning. Then came the 99th night. Ada forgot again. She had been attending an all-night party, head styled with a gold gele instead of a red wig. She came home to silence. Her compound was too quiet. her daughter missing, her husband gone, her phone blank, and her room empty. Only the red wig sat on her bed, pulsing like a beating heart. The mirror cracked. The voice returned. Your light was borrowed, now pay. Ada dropped to her knees, begging, crying. The wig floated mid-air, then vanished. In desperation, Ada wandered to the bridge at Jibowu, intending to end her life. But a woman in all red stopped her. Braided wig, no shoes. She had a glowing eyes. You may return the crown or pass it on. Ada was offered a final deal. Let the wig move to a new girl, and you will get your daughter back but lose your own voice forever. Or return the wig to the place you found it and watch the entire legacy burn. Ada chose silence. She took the wig to Tejuosho market. She dug the earth beneath her old store and buried it. No rituals, no candles, just sweat and tears. The next morning, she awoke in a small room, Kamsi beside her. Her voice gone, but her peace of mind had returned. Years passed, and now Ada teaches young girls to sew. She writes instructions with her hand. One afternoon, a girl walks up to her holding a red wig, found in a bale. Same glow, same softness. Madam, you go buy am? The girl asked Ada. Ada looks at the girl and writes on a torn paper. Don't put on what you can't take off. She turns and walks away. Behind her, the wig burns in the girl's hand without smoke. Not all beauty is meant to be worn. Not all crowns are made for glory. Some shine only because they have been soaked in other people's destiny. So when next you wear something that changes your life overnight, you should ask questions like who wore it before you and who paid for your shine. From this story, we have learned some lessons. Lesson number one, be careful with shortcuts. They might cut you short. Lesson number two, what gives fast may take faster. Lesson number three, not all glories are yours to keep. Lesson number four, some gifts are not blessing, they are debts in disguise. A final lesson, disobedience in the spiritual realm opens doors you cannot close. This is Whispers of Uche, where every whisper is a window to the unseen. Until the next whisper, stay awake and stay listening.